Welcome. You have entered another movie review, Movie Fun with Imperial. Today's movie review will be Breaking In, starring Gabrielle Union, directed by James McTeague, written by Ryan Engel, produced by Will Packer and Gabrielle Union. Also starring in this movie is Billy Burke. He plays as Eddie, the bad guy. You probably seen him in a few movies. His most latest acting I seen him in was in this show called Zoo on NBC. Had like two seasons of the show called Zoo. So in this movie, Gabrielle Union, her character name is Sean Russell, and the movie starts off. It jumps right into the movie. This movie is only about an hour and 28 minutes, something like that, an hour and a half. So it jumps right into the movies. No waiting for anything. It just jumps right in. A man gets killed from the gate, which is her father. Next scene, it shows her driving to the house. Same thing you see on the trailer. So the trailers kind of show you a lot of the movie, so it ain't, you kind of can guess what certain things is gonna happen. So upon getting to the house, of course somebody is already broken into the house, and then you get to see how it starts to navigate from there. Gabrielle Union, her acting, she's a great actress. She did well in this film. I like her theatrics. I like how she portrayed a desperate mom fighting for her kids, how any woman that's trying to protect her kids would do. Um, Billy Burke, if you know him, his quirky comments and how he speaks, that's him in this film. So he played a decent bad guy. He had three other assailants with him that were part of the heist. So pretty much from the trailers, you kind of see they're breaking in the home. They're looking for something that the house she grew up in, that her dad lived in. Her dad had a big house sitting on acres of land. Her dad was in, I'm not pretty sure what her dad was into. I know he was under investigation with the DEA and stuff like that. So he liquidated all his assets. And that's the plot of the story. He liquidated all his assets, and he had $4 million in cash stashed in that house or whatever. And whoever the dad, like his office, wherever he was at, his assistant knew all this information, who was having sex with one of the dudes, and she gave him all the information. Like, he liquidated his assets. He got like $4 million in cash. He stashed it in a safe somewhere in his home. So she gave up all of this information. So this house sitting on acres and acres of land, big house, and it had cameras everywhere and a security system that shut down the windows upon impact or anything like that. Now, I spoke on all that, but it's some frustrating moments in this film that I have to speak to. Now, keep in mind, yes, I understand that this is just a movie. However, if you're going to take it there, take it there. Don't have do the movie. So it just don't make, certain things don't make sense. You got a person, whatever he's involved in, got all this money, lives in the middle of nowhere, got sitting on acres of land, got this semi high tech house. And you mean to tell me throughout this whole house, you living in the middle of nowhere and you don't have no guns or anything stashed in your house? Like, that don't make sense right there. Like, that's poor writing to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would that part don't make sense to me, to be living in the middle of nowhere like that and you don't have no guns? And Gabrielle Union's coming in the house with her kids, and you know telling when the last time she was there, and you just freely come in the house, and when you come in the house the alarm is already going off. Like, that's, hold on, flag on the plate, time out. But we still gonna roam, and we gonna still just walk around the house, and we gonna bring all our stuff in. Man, I mean, that's poor writing right there. Like, you can get more creative instead of just throwing it and pushing out anything. You know, this high tech house, you would think that it's trap doors here. It's a panic room somewhere. You can slide through walls. I mean, you would think that if, you know, cameras everywhere, and the only high tech part of the house is just the cameras and the sound system through the house and the windows that the shutters shut down on. And then it was like bogus. Like, okay, she came in, alarm thing was already going off. Where was the security people at any of that time? Where was the security people at any time? The cops and everything doesn't show up to the end of the movie. Like, all this time, like, that just don't make sense right there, or whatever. And the assistant, whoever that assistant was, knew too much information that she was able to give the dude she was messing with, and he had too much information. And if you're that powerful, or you involved in whatever, and you got all that going on, you would think the assistant is close to this man, so she gonna know something. But she knew too much information to, you know, like, it's a movie, but that's poor writing right there. You could get more creative than that, or whatever. And the strong part of the movie was just Gabrielle Union's acting, and I think she did well. She did great in this movie, and you got to see her in a different light. You know what I'm saying? She had some action going on, and it didn't go over the top, like showing her like she knew some like martial arts. I think that's what they was going. Like, she was just a determined mother that was fighting for her kids, and she did anything she could to fight for them, to save their life. Then it brings me to the end of the movie. The father shows up, and my gosh, Lord, they just make the father, who's not no little tiny man, this is a solid guy, shows up and get his behind whooped. No type of real struggle, fight, get back. He just got his behind just straight kicked from jump. And it was just like, well, what was the point of even bringing him into the film? He shouldn't even just been in there. So, you know, it's a lot of holes in this movie. I watch a lot of movies, so of course I'm a go support it and see what's going on in the movie. So, and my 4.4 star rating system that I go by, I'm gonna give it 1.5 out of 4 stars. And really, I could just give it a 1, but the 0.5 is Gabrielle Union's acting. There's no post-credit scene at the end, so you don't have to stay and wait for that. But stay tuned to the next review with Imperial.